stupid. Okay. So let your past go. The burden of of carrying your past around has made you weary. The burden of carrying your past around has made you weary. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Kay is clapping her hands now, so she agrees with this. It's time to set the burden down. Keep only the lessons of love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and so it's now gone. All right. Dear one, it's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons of love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and so it's now gone. Okay, basically, in a nutshell, there's experiences that you had, and by Kate clapping like this, yes, 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 yes. Okay, she's showing me that, and I always see this card. I see that long sandy hair, beautiful. Okay, but she's saying, just remember the good stuff and the good times that we had, but now go on and make your future, make your own future, and I'll be with you, but don't constantly think about, if I would have done this, I would have done that. I just hear a lot of second guessing yourself, and you're bringing that into your new relationship or your existing relationship. And so your spirit guide K, starts with a K, in heaven, she wants you to let her go, but keep the memories that you had together, of that ones that are happy and of love, will always be there. But everything else, you need to let it go, and don't second guess yourself about this relationship, because in a way you're comparing your present relationship to your past, and that's not fair. That's not fair to the person you're with now. Okay, because you can't see all their beautiful sides if you're constantly thinking about the ghost of somebody else. And so, in other words, you have to close that door, and they are still with you and always with you and there to guide you, but you have to say, okay, that person is now in heaven, they're in the galaxy, and I am here on earth. Okay, and maybe that's why we got that card about ground yourself, because you need to be here on earth with your significant other that you have now. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense a little bit. Okay, so then we have entrepreneur. Okay, and the entrepreneur is self-employment, suits you, your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. Oh, I like that. We are your co-workers and teammates who remain loyally by your side and ensure your success in all ways. Oh, I love that. Okay. And they just said to me, we're holding the light on different things career-wise. I'm thinking you're making some sort of change, or thinking about making some sort of change in your job, because they're saying that you have these gifts and talents, but people have only seen, employers have only seen just like such a small percentage of it, because you had a rough year. But they're saying that your guides and your angels are saying, please go in the direction of your dreams. If you want a side business, they're encouraging it. Okay, and you might be like, Katrina, that's not really practical. How am I going to do a side job and work for a company and have enough time for a side job and my relationship and everything? But you know what? We can't figure out all those angles, so we give it to the angels. We give it to God, and we give it to the angels. Let them figure out. God works us like a chess piece, puts us over here when we need to be over here to meet people over here, puts us over there if we need to meet other people over there, okay? And it's when we say no to opportunities, then you're shutting it down. So be open, just think of what you want, write it down, write down your list of the 5 things that you really want in your career, a couple things you want in your relationship, a couple things that you would like to do, travel, buying something, moving, and then just leave it. Look at it and leave it and try to manifest it. That's how we manifest. Okay? Manifesting is never, it's not supposed to be, oh, I have to manifest. No, it should be, I'm manifesting right now. I'm happy and grateful for all I have. Act as if you already have everything that you want, including the little doggy. Okay? Okay, I'm just going to do one more on here because they said one more and change the deck. Okay, so I have listen. Somebody trying to say they're sorry? Or are you trying to say you're sorry? I'm hearing, I tried to apologize, but he didn't listen. Or are you trying to apologize and to somebody? In terms of somebody, I think it's a sibling. Are you worried about your sibling or your siblings? There's one particular. Okay. I'm trying to get a message, but it's not fully there. So, all right, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this card, and then maybe it'll come to me. Okay, let me just pull this in here. Okay, so quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Everything. Emotional, your career, family, relationships. You are watched. You are being guided and watched. And listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying the exact nature of your desires. Manifestation. What did I just say? Don't worry about how it's going to fall into place. How am I going to get the money for this? Or how am I going to get the opportunity to go there? How is it all going to... No, don't worry about it. Just say, other people have done it, you're going to do it too. Okay? So, a quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. Stay in a quiet, receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desires' manifestation. Okay, and I just spoke about that, and it says, listen. Okay, I just saw 333. Do you wake up at 333 every night? It's not a bad thing. Or at 333 in the afternoon, just take notice and see what's happening and how you're feeling. Okay, it's an angel sign. It's an angel time that they're showing you. It's good. It's very good. Yeah. So they're also telling me to remind you that travel will be very good for you. Don't just think Everything will be taken care of. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. Just putting these in. Okay. Oh, sorry. All right. Okay, so the message with sibling, they have your sibling. I just feel like you were very close at one point, maybe when you were kids or teenagers. You don't feel close anymore, but you feel like that sibling is pulling away from you. And when I asked the angels what I needed to know about your sibling, is that they have anxieties, they have problems, and it's not your fault, Mr. Virgo. You worry about everybody. It's a Virgo trait. You can give advice. You could give your heart and just, try to help them in some way, but sometimes you have to pull back. If they're not listening to you or anybody else, you have to say, you know what, I'm giving you advice, I'm giving you really, because I love you, because I care about you and your future. But if you're not going to try and even, reach out to me or improve your situation, then you're not really respecting me, because you're not taking any of my advice. So pull it back a little bit. Just let them know you love them, you care about them, but that, they should listen to, I just hear big bro, like I feel like you're like a big brother, or maybe you are the big brother. And I feel like they'll figure it out, but don't be so giving, where like you're solving the problem for them. They have to put themselves out a little bit, or a lot, okay? But they have problems that they're having, like a situation where they feel lost, but they're not really willing to do anything about it. And they're kind of, oh man, my iPad's gonna go dead. That's not good. Okay. They kind of feel like they're in your shadow and they can never measure up anyway, because you're great, and you did your college and your education, and you succeeded, and that they feel like in comparison to you they don't feel so good. And you need to tell them. They might not listen, but you need to tell them, listen, I did things my way, I did things ABC, and you might want to do things A through H, and that's fine, as long as you're doing things to make yourself happy, or to give back to our parents, or give back to society. And actually, that person that you're worried about, I get like a water sign, and they need to be out more near the water. So if you do have a chance to be with them, maybe you can go to an ocean, or I don't know where you live, if you're anywhere near the water, or go to a pool, or just maybe even have a trip with them, because they feel like distance between you guys. Along with their anxiety, they feel like I think there was somebody that they liked or they cared about, and that person either broke up with them, or that they broke up, or they never even got started. Maybe he feels like he doesn't have the confidence that he sees in you. So try to encourage him, like, to get out more, and even if he works, and he goes to school and works, like, take him separately and say, like, what if somebody were to give you your dream job or your dream relationship, what would they be like? what would the dream job be like? What would your dream relationship be like? And then just tell them. Get involved with helping people and putting yourself out there, because when you put yourself out there and help people, they have much worse problems than you do, and you start to feel better about yourself than sitting, at your job that you hate, or sitting at home and just thinking about all the things you don't have, and thinking about how much anxiety you have or how worried you are about your life, when you could be giving to somebody else that has it a lot worse. Okay? Yeah. So the only thing I could say with that person, with your sibling that you're worried about, is just really try to get with them one on one. Go out for, lunch, go out for dinner, just you two, just alone, because they are missing that alone time, that brotherly time, where you don't have anybody else. You don't have parents around, you don't have girlfriends around, just you and him. Okay? Go for a walk together. And if they say no, if he says no, just tell him, that's really not, that's very hurtful to me that you don't want to try to be close to me. And I'm just trying to be there for you. So be there for me. And also give them your worries. You can give them your worries and say, give him your worries, I should say, not them. Because I find him very focused on himself, but also he feels ignored. I don't know why. I just heard those words from his spirit guides. Okay. Yeah, he's trying, and I'm just reading my notes that I had written earlier. Help someone. He needs to help someone besides himself. Maybe ask that person out. I see him with unrequited love. He liked somebody or was in love with somebody, and he didn't get it back, or he got it back and then they broke up, or he never got started. So he fell off the wagon of even trying, because that makes you go into a depression. All right, so help someone besides yourself. That's the advice that you're going to try to say to him. Find your place in the world. And yeah, it's not easy to find your place, and especially he's young, so a lot of us, are going through it because of what happened in 2020, and a lot of young people are like, they're still not over 2020, and the biggest fear is, can 2020 happen again? And the answer is yes. But what to be happy about is, now we know we're prepared for it. You get the shots, okay? We know what to do. When things happen, that was 2020, okay? You know what's involved. Whereas before 2020, we didn't know that was going to happen. We didn't know that the world was going to shut down. Okay, so a lot of millennials have this where it's a new fear. It's a new, almost a disease, where in your mind you get so freaked out. And trust me, people older, I'm 57, and it scares me too, but I'm more or less at the end of my life, at the end of the career. I shouldn't say end of life, who knows, but where I don't have to go out there and get mine. And younger people are at the beginning, and they're like, how am I going to do that? Besides the internet. And a lot of people got hooked on the internet because it did save a lot of people, but it made a lot of people just go inward, more inward, and everybody's lonely. Okay, so I feel like that, just some pointers with your worries about your sibling, about your brother. Just stay involved with him, and remember that he's gonna probably try to reject you. Okay, don't take it personally, but be firm, but gentle. Be firm in that, I'm trying to help you. I'm here for you whenever you want. Whatever you have to say, whatever you want to do, I'm going to be here for you. Okay? You can always call me. I'm always going to be here for you. And also to teach him to do little steps and tell him, you don't have to be like me, bro. You don't have to be like, you're you. And everything that's good about you. Okay, and there's my music. All right. So, I might have to take a break in a second to put the dogs out. I'm sorry, but I do. All right. So, September, you will. Okay. So, also, your brother, he needs to watch what he puts in his body in terms of diet, in terms of like trying to eat more of like a couple of fruits a day and definitely vegetables, going out for a walk, integrating that walk or going to the gym into his life. He'll feel much happier. And then taking upon some kind of project where he's helping people. And also his sleep schedule is, I don't feel like that's correct. And I know, check please over here. When you don't have a good sleep schedule, it does affect your life. But in September, he's going to return to how he needs to, where he felt better. He will feel better, okay? But with your help, definitely with your help. Okay. Okay, you know what? Now I want to do the love cards, okay? Hold on a second. Let me just plug this in because I'm going to need it later. Hello. Okay. Before I do the love cards, I'm going to let my dogs out. I would take you with me, but it'll probably, the camera will fall off. So let me just generally, wondering if I should, yeah, I think I'm going to take a break and come back. Actually, no, let me do a love card and then, yeah, 'cause I want to do three different decks, and then I might have to take a break because there's a lot of videos on here and I still have the notes to read. So let me just do the love. Okay, in terms of relationships, I felt you were around a fire sign, which could be Sag, Aries, or Leo. Okay, now I like a Leo energy, and I'll tell you why. Maybe not right now. Do I actually have, this card got snuck into this deck. These are my love and romance cards right now. So what do we need to know in terms of love for Mr. Virgo, 9/2/1994? What do we need to know in terms of love, relationships? Love and relationships. What do we need to know in terms of love and relationships for Mr. Virgo? Thank you, Spirit Guides. And then I'll come back later to close it out with all the other notes and the other cards. It's just that I think I taped 3 videos already, and I need to read my notes, but I also have to take care of the dogs because Devin goes to bed, and then guess who gets that job? Yeah, you got it. You got it. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. It says, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I'll talk about it all, but let me just get it out this way first. Trust. Okay. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay. Stay optimistic about your love life. Okay, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Positive thinking and faith. So we have two, faith and trust. Okay, in terms of your relationship. Okay, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. This is kind of what I was thinking when I was meditating last night. Okay, so out of all these, this one stands out at me. Work on your partnership. Give your relationship a chance. So what I'm seeing is a relationship is already there, and I think it's the Leo. Okay, but there's also something that happened that kind of stirred up the kundalini, okay, your mojo in your relationship, and that's good. More energy needs to be on the relationship. That's why when I heard about the new travel coming in, an opportunity to travel, you need it. You two need it. The two of you need it, because like you might be like, she might be like, where is this relationship going? And you might be like, is this relationship gonna last? And are we supposed to be married and by the house and the white picket fence, or the condo and the white picket fence? Anyhow, you don't know until you put more energy into it and have that trip where you're totally alone. Because I feel like you haven't been alone. I feel like she has her job and career, and you have your career, and both of you have been working hard. You've had a rough year. And a lot of trauma things, have been taking you away from focusing on fun stuff, focusing on happiness and really nurturing your relationship. So you need to have that little trip, even if it's a day trip. Make more dates out of the house, out of the apartment, where you're just relaxing together, going to the park together, going out to dinner again. I know things are closed down, some things are closed down, but some things are open. And just trying to be romantic to see. And then if you do that, you will see if, how you guys get together, and if you are building up on your friendship that you originally had. Because I see like an old relationship, but I really feel like it's this Leo that needs to be rekindled. Okay. On that note, I'm going to stop at this, and I'm going to come back later. There's definitely going to be a closeout part. Okay. So there could be somebody that is like a friendship that you'll hear from, that maybe they were a relationship and you're going to hear from them. And then you also have Kay that's in heaven. Okay, but we already talked about how you should treat that. She's your spirit guide. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I'll be back. Namaste.